all the weight on his, kind of on his low abdomen, right? It's gonna make this back leg light. Step and bury my heel in the crook of his neck. See how I'm kind of kinking his head towards me? So now when I sit, right, I can cross my ankles if I can. Some of us don't have the legs for it. Right? You just happen to be right in my way. But applicable. Right? I'll cross if I can. If you can't, just try to bring your heels close together, heels in. Right? Again, I can switch to my gi if I have it. Right? But once I'm here, I know that I've stopped the initial bridge. That's why I've hugged the leg. It's because if I just step over and sit back, he might bridge off of his feet and start stacking. So I hug that leg so he can't bridge. Once I'm here, I don't find it necessary to hold the leg, right? Because I want my second hand free to attack the lock, right? So gi, no gi, right? Got my collar, or for no gi, I cut my thigh. Now what I'm gonna do, make like a little monkey paw, strike to the inside of that elbow, right? As I do that, I'm gonna lean away towards his hip. So I'm gonna strike and lean, right? Look what happened to his hand. And look where my arm placement is. I can scoop, and then go to the wrist. Knees pinched, heels in. And I don't wanna bring it down the center, right? Guys, you know why, right? So I will turn his thumb just a little bit towards his head, and then I'm gonna pull to my inside hip, right? If I pull to the outside hip, I'm giving him the setup for a hitchhiker. It's gonna be difficult if I have my ankles crossed, but not impossible, right? So I go 2-on-1 burrito grip, and I steer it towards my inside hip, right? The benefit of this is if you're going here and they still can't get it, I can go shotgun style. Great.
Well, I mean, like,
pull down really hard on the center.
Will you still hip up while you have it fixated?
If I pull down the center, anatomy becomes a problem, and then when I hip into it, I'm just adding extra force to that. So I pull off to my hip. Plus, your hip socket, I'm sure you guys have felt it, you have your hip bone right there, right, that always just kind of sticks out. You're pulling the elbow off that bone. So it's a natural fulcrum point, right, to break the elbow, right? I need something to bend over this elbow. So do I want to go over the soft part of my pelvis or the hard part of my hip, all right? So it'd be the difference of like bending it off my own elbow as opposed to a hard point that will bend the arm off. Does that make sense to everybody? I go for my cross choke and start locking this elbow down, okay? Drive my elbow across as I C-plant, palm down, move back into the tricep. I push and get my chest on the back of his arm. Pose my hand for balance, slide my head up, give him a little pillow with my thighs. Right? If I can, I'll extend my heel, turn my toes, and bring that foot underneath his arm. Right? If he's burying that elbow down to the mat, right, and I can pull up and set my foot. Right? Now from here, I'll feed collar, or I'll grab my thigh, because right here, he's gonna go for the figure four defense. Figure four. 99% of the time, they'll figure four. If they S-grip, or go for a gable grip here, it's so much easier to actually attack the armbar right away. Because this is the second line of defense. Third line would be S-grip, all right? So figure four, step one, gable grip, step two, S-grip is step three. And once you lose that, you're pretty much getting armbar. All right, well actually your last defense is a hitchhiker. If you don't get the hitchhiker, you're getting armbar. So he goes with the figure four, and cut my thigh, or cut my collar, either one. I'll lean towards his hips, and scoop the leg as deep as I can, elbow to the back of his knee. I'll step over and bury my heel into his neck. See, I'm kinking his head towards me, and I will sit. I don't throw myself back, all right? Right, Marcus? Cross my ankles if I can, and then once I do, I need to pinch my knees right away. Right? The knee pinch is huge. If my knees are wide, it doesn't put tension on the shoulder, and he'll clear his head. So once I step over, pinch those knees nice and tight. Right. If you have the gi, here, I recommend getting a high grip, don't go low, just weak and loose. And I want elbow to elbow. If you're no gi, even if you don't like grabbing your gi, which is also what I do, I'll cut my thigh sometimes, right? So I'll just go high up on my thigh, right? Monkey paw, I'm gonna aim to the inside of the elbow that I can see exposed. And as I do that, I lean away, right? Because that's gonna pull his hand away from his bicep. As I'm pushing one way, I'm leaning the opposite, creating as much space here as possible. And it's not like a little, I'm not doing this, right? Right? I lean and I hit it hard, right? Like a mad hat. Strike, lean. And almost every single time, it's going to put that arm right above my striking hand. So now I can double up on the elbow scoop so that this hand can come up and attack the wrist. This hand is just going to slide back. So I've got a 2-on-1 on that forearm. I can roll this thumb. As I sit back, I'm going to pull to my inside hip and get my break.
I know you mentioned like your knees, but do you have a question against your knees?
If I can't cross my ankles, I'll bring my heels and my feet as close together as I can. I still pinch. The pinch is the most important. This right here, it makes the hitchhiker way harder to execute. Because if I'm here and I strike and my space is open, either way you clear, or if that arm comes free and he starts hitchhiking, it gives him space for his elbow to clear out my legs. So, the ankles controlling both is really strong because it locks in both arms. Plus, if I'm having a hard time getting this armbar, it opens up the switch to the far side. Any questions on that? Really, the entry is like the new thing. Most of you guys have already learned your basic mounted armbars. But do we have any questions? All right, guys. 3, 2, 1.